Classic has been out for almost a month now, and if you're thinking about creating your first character, or even looking to make an alt, choosing what class to play can be a daunting and difficult decision. For a casual player, getting to 60 can take weeks or even months, so the last thing that you want to do is make a character and then halfway through leveling realise that you've chosen the wrong class. So hopefully this video will help make that decision a little bit easier. Here are my top 5 reasons why you should play the polymorphing, Frostbolting, Pyroblasting Mage. Number 5. AoE Grinding. Most classes in Classic struggle to take on more than one mob, especially in the later levels. Overpulling a pack of mobs by accident is pretty much a guaranteed death. Unless you're a mage. I mean, just look at this. Mages are the only class in the game able to pull off these insane pulls. They can apply frost armor, group up multiple packs of mobs with their wand or low rank spells, or just mount up and run through like a badass, frost nova so that all of the enemies are rooted in one place, and then summon icicle shards from the sky with blizzard to slaughter everything. The ability to do this makes mages the envy of pretty much everyone else. Nothing is more of a kick in the balls than to struggle killing a mob just to turn around and see a mage take on 30 mobs at once with pretty much no problem at all. AoE grinding makes mages the fastest class to level, as well as the capability to easily and quickly farm resources like cloth from humanoids. And it's really fun. Number 4. Pyro. As you may or may not know, mages are pretty much gods in PvP. They're amazing at 1v1s, and if played well they can take on multiple players at once. They're great flag carriers, and with all of their CC like polymorphs and roots, they're amazing peelers. But all of that aside, what's more fun than destroying someone in a matter of seconds, killing them before they have a chance to react? Well, mages have access to a build called the 3-minute mage, aka Pyro. The mage will spec deep into Arcane to get presence of mind and arcane power. Presence of Mind causes the next mage ability to be instant cast, and Arcane Power is a 3-minute cooldown that causes all spells to deal 30% more damage. Then the mage will spec into fire to get Pyroblast. So the mage can polymorph someone, use Arcane Power with the DPS trinket, cast Pyroblast, and then press Presence of Mind and Pyroblast again. This is pretty much a guaranteed one-shot, but if the target is lucky enough to survive, the mage can then just use an instant Fire Blast to finish them off. One of the things that really drew me to the mage is this build. Sure, it's a bit gimmicky and a bit memey, but it's so satisfying. I really recommend it. Number 3. Portals. In Classic, the world feels massive. Unlike Retail, there's no flying mounts, there's no portals in cities, and Hearthstones have a long ass cooldown. To walk from Darnassus to Stormwind, if you don't die on the way, it can take almost 40 minutes. Well, 40 minutes unless you're a mage, of course. For a mage, that journey takes like 10 seconds. 10 seconds to cast a teleport spell. Part of the class's toolkit allows the mage to either teleport or make a raid-wide portal to any capital city of their faction. This quality of life saves the mage from constant running around the world, time they can spend on leveling, gold farming, professions or whatever. The spell does cost a reagent though, but it's not uncommon for a mage to charge players to use their portals, earning the mage a pretty penny for no work, and who doesn't like essentially free money? Number 2. Free food and drink. I cannot stress enough how important food and drink are. When leveling, after killing a mob or two, most people will need to eat and drink to recover their health and mana. Unfortunately, there's 2 big issues when it comes to food and drink. First one is that you constantly have to be taking gold out of the mount fund just to buy bread and water. And the second big issue is that you could be out of town, questing or doing a dungeon, and realise that you've run out of food and drink. Well, these 2 issues don't actually exist for a mage, because they can just conjure them for free with their magic. Not only does having the ability to conjure food and drink help the mage's solo efficiency, it's also a really good reason for a mage to be more or less needed in groups. Healers love, and I mean love, having a mage around because it saves them a lot of gold and, well, everyone loves saving gold. Number 1. Multiple builds. Initially, one of the biggest, critiques that Classic had was that a lot of classes can only play one spec. But this doesn't apply to mages. Mages can play all 3 specs with tons of different viable builds. To To name a few, you've got the Pyro build I spoke about earlier for the big one-shots, Arcane Power Frost for the big Frostbolt damage, Deep Frost that buffs the other mages in the raid as well as increases survivability, Deep Fire for big crits and ignites, and then my personal favourite, the Elemental build, the build that was made famous by one of the original vanilla PvP legends, Vertney. If you're a player that likes to constantly try out different builds and talents, the Mage is the class for you. So those are my top 5 reasons to play a Mage in Classic. What are your top reasons to play a Mage and what class are you currently playing? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.